What's up everyone, it's James here from Smoking UK, back with another cigar review this week. Now, seeing as it is a very highly thought of Cuban cigar, I thought I'd scrub up a little bit more than usual for you guys as we get into the Bolivar Belicosos Finos. Now this is a very highly thought of Cuban cigar, so I cannot wait to get into it. It's been a few years since I've actually smoked one. Let's get it cut, let's get it lit, run the intro. So I have just gone with a standard straight cut at a slight angle. Whenever I'm smoking a torpedo cigar, that's when the cap goes up to a small point. I do like to put a little bit of an angle on it. Normally helps with airflow. So let's do a cold draw, or dry draw, some people like to call it. A little bit more of a tight draw compared to most cigars. That is normal with the torpedo because obviously everything's coming down into a point. You're almost bottlenecking the airflow. So let's get this lit. And seeing as it is a Cuban cigar, I am going to go with a match to light this. And it's the beauty of being able to smoke and enjoy a cigar inside, is being able to light it properly with matches. Wow. Now I remember this cigar. Very fresh, very light on the palate, especially for Bolivar. Those rich Cuban tobacco flavors coming through beautifully. Absolutely phenomenal draw. A lot of Cubans do get a bit of a bad rep and a bit of bad stick with having bad construction. That draw is absolutely perfect. I don't think I could ask for a better draw on a cigar. Very light, slight spice around the mouth. Nothing so overpowering, not like a New World spice. But it's a beautiful balance that's just kind of there, it's floating. You notice it when you're trying to spot it like I am. I'm trying to pick out the flavors in this cigar. But if you just sat there enjoying it with drink on the first initial lit, you might not get it straight away. This is a lovely smooth smoke. The smoke output is absolutely amazing. I know we're not vapors, we're not trying to blow out big massive amounts of smoke, but just watching that drift up the stick and off the edge of the hand, and the smoke output from my mouth is a great indicator of the time and the quality that's gone into the construction of this particular cigar. And I can kind of see why this cigar is so highly thought of. And it's quite hard to find somebody that doesn't like this cigar. This is the one cigar a lot of people have been requesting to be reviewed. And on today's video, I thought I'd mix it up again. Of course, I have a coffee. I always have a coffee when I'm smoking a new cigar. If I'm smoking a cigar that I haven't smoked for a while, I honestly think for a non-alcoholic beverage is the best drink to pair with a cigar. But I have the smoking rum, which I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, I am not a rum drinker. I wouldn't say I'm a rum lover, but this is beautiful. Nice spice, a lot of sweet notes. This is why this goes beautifully with Cuban cigars. Look at the smoke output on that, it's absolutely beautiful. An amazing looking cigar. Now we've got it lit, now we're well underway. Let's get into the build. Size, we have 5.5 inches by 52 ring gauge. So we're easily looking a 55 to 65 minute smoke, depending on how quick you smoke. And what else is quite common, especially with the Bolivar brand, this is a full-bodied cigar. So you can expect a lot of complex flavors, a lot of great transitions, and something that's really gonna put your palate to its test. And of course, the Bolivar brand was established in 1902 and is located in the heart of Havana, Cuba. And of course, the Pairings factory. So if you like strong flavors, if you like a real hearty cigar, this is definitely going to be one for you. Now I'm really interested to see how well this is going to pair with the rum, so let's give that a try. Straight on the nose, you can smell the sweetness in that. You can tell it's a Dominican rum. I know it's not normally conventional to pair Dominican rum with a Cuban cigar, but we like to shake things up here. wow. Nice warm burn, really fruity, slight bit of spice, which pairs perfectly with the spice coming from the cigar as well. That's a really good pairing. Now, of course, my favorite pairing with any cigar, let's try it with the coffee. And that is exactly why I pair cigars with coffee. It's such a beautiful contrast between the bitterness that you're getting from that, along with the really floral and spice you're getting from this, creating this almost like burnt caramel kind of texture and notes in your mouth. Really good, a very sweet and savory combination there. That head of ash is crystal white. Obviously, you might not be able to make that out with a nice moody ambient lighting we've got in here, but that head of ash is crystal white. You can see where the veins of the wrapper has burnt into it as well, and I absolutely love that. Doesn't contribute anything towards the flavor or the construction. It just looks absolutely amazing watching that being burnt into the head of ash there. The burn is pretty even, it's pretty steady, especially for a Cuban cigar. It's not dead flat. There is a few bits that dip in and out, but nothing that should be concerning at all. That's a pretty good burn. Let's jump a little bit deeper into the cigar brand, where it gets its name from, and more importantly, who the hell is this on the band? Of course, the guy in the band is Simon Bolivar, and in the 19th century, he's one of the biggest historical people who liberated parts of South America from Spanish jurisdiction. So it's not at all surprising that this particular brand wanted to name it after him, and they wanted to make sure their cigars matched his figure. Bold, strength, and integrity. And Bolivar is actually classed as one of the most full-bodied cigars in all of Havana and all of Cuban cigars. And this cigar is the most sought after cigar, especially in the UK, of all the Cuban cigars on the market. And now that I'm sitting in, I'm well underway into my first third, I can completely understand why. Those notes staying really consistent. It's almost taking a slight step back, not as much as you normally would in like a New World cigar. The spice is starting to really mellow out now. It's becoming a very enjoyable, very lovely smoke. And that burn that I mentioned earlier has completely evened itself out. This is why I said we didn't have to worry about it. Definitely did not need to touch it up. That is a really good burn. The thing I've got to say I'm loving the most about this cigar is the consistency. You'll find this in New World cigars. The more you smoke them, the more transitions they have, the more the flavor profiles vary and they change. This has been very consistent. Nice flaky head of ash. Spice is still there. The woodiness is still there. Slightly floral on the retrohale. And it all works perfectly as this perfect blend. It's become almost like a symphony that was made to be put together. The head of ash is still going strong. We're getting a slight lean, so I can imagine that's going to come off soon. Hopefully not down me. That's leaning very much to the left, so I'm just going to tap that off here. Perfect. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this third. Join me in the second. We're going to see if anything's developed, what's new, and how we can compare that to the first third. I'll see you in a second. What's up, everyone? Welcome back into the second third. I just wanted to show you this head of ash that we've managed to get on this cigar so far. What a beautiful stick. It's really ramping up now in the second third, so this is why I wanted to jump back on now. But look at that head of ash. I am, however, going to tap it off. Don't fancy wearing it today. Now, this has become a really enjoyable stick, and I'm kicking myself now for leaving it so long in between smoking it. It's literally been years since I've smoked this stick. Again, it's still very consistent. All those flavors that we were getting at the beginning are still the same flavor notes we're getting now. It has heightened a little bit. It has ramped up a little bit, especially the earth, the wood and the cedar. The spice is kind of taken a step back now, but now we're getting into halfway through this second third. You can definitely tell this is a full bodied cigar. You do not want to smoke this on an empty stomach. A nice hearty meal in you and a lot of water. It is quite a strong cigar. I don't know if it'd be amazing as a first Cuban cigar. It is a fantastic Cuban cigar, but I don't know if it'd be good entry cigar. I definitely think you've got to smoke a couple. You've got to get used to having the smoke and the nicotine in your body. But once you have, this cigar comes highly recommended. And there is no wonder why it's so sought after, why so many people are after it, why so many people recommend it. Now the band has come really loose, it is sliding up and down, so I am going to take that off so I don't end up dropping the cigar everywhere. It's the last thing I want to be doing. But look at the fact that it's just slid straight off, hasn't stuck to any of the cigar, hasn't brought up any of the leaf. That just shows the time, the consistency, and the attention to detail that goes into this cigar. Definitely one to keep to go in the cigar journal. Again, with the coffee, it's paired really well. It's paired really well with that rum as well. Definitely an after dinner cigar. And the aromas in the room are absolutely extraordinary. That earth and that wood notes really heighten as well on the retrohale. Some people don't think it's that important, but a lot of your taste receptacles are in your nose. So taking the smoke out there just heightens everything. Nothing goes untouched, nothing goes unmissed. And if you don't know how to do it, make sure you subscribe. We do have a video coming very soon on me doing my very best on how to teach you. I can guarantee you'll nearly see me cough up a lung because I will do it wrong, so you can see how it could go. Definitely think the cigar is worth every penny you'd spend on. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to enjoy the rest of what I have of this cigar. Join me in the final third for my overall verdict, my overall pairings, would I recommend it, and where you can find it. I'll see you in a second. Welcome back. The cigar is well underway and heading into the final third here. Those flavors that we've been getting throughout the entire smoke have stayed really consistent. Lovely earthy tones, wood tones. They have heightened up towards the end. And like I've said before, you can definitely tell this is a full-bodied cigar. A great cigar for the cigar aficionado. If you've been smoking for a while, this is definitely one you want to get resting in the humidor, because with a bit of age on this would be a fantastic cigar. More than it already is. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. What would I pair it with? Rum, of course, definitely coffee. And this might just be me and my palate, but I honestly think a sweet bourbon would go really well with it. Now, it's not everybody's cup of tea. A lot of people would think Cuban cigars should only be paired with a certain drink, but I honestly think a bourbon would go fantastic with this. So what I'll do, I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can get this cigar at a fantastic price, one of the best prices in the UK. I'll also leave a link to all our social medias down there as well. Make sure you go follow us on there. We post daily. We have cigar of the week, pipe of the week, tobacco of the week. We have some absolutely amazing content going there. And of course, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to grow this YouTube channel and we can't do that without your help. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, share, enable the notifications as well so you never miss our weekly videos, which will go up every Friday at 7 o'clock. And I'll see you in the next video.